Good morning, boys and girls, and I want to read a book to you today. It's called Snail Trail by Ruth Brown. And I want you to know this little snail today is going to leave a trail. And that trail he leaves out of his shell is slime. So you can always tell, even if you look down in the grass or in the leaves, you can tell if a snail has crawled by, because I've seen a little snail trail that looks like slime, and you'll know it was a snail and he might be close by. Let's see what this little snail does today. And this is by Ruth Brown. Remember her name because she has lots of good books for boys and girls. Okay, now his name is Slimy Snail. Slimy Snail set out on a trail one bright and sunny morning. Just like today, he went up a hill. It was very steep. Don't fall, little snail. He went into a forest. It was very quiet. I love the forest when it's quiet. He went over a bridge very high. I think he might like dangerous places. Down a slope, very slippery. Oops, there he goes. He's slipping and sliding. Up to an arch, very narrow. Past some flowers, very pretty. And into a dark, dark cave. He curled up in his shell, very, very small. I think he might be tired. And very soon asleep. Wonder if he was in the garden the whole time. Maybe so. You can't ever tell. It looks like he was close to the garden. If I went back, I could find out. Lots of green. Look at the lettuces on the first page. Yes, he might have always been in the garden. And then lots of dirt. That could have been in the garden. Through a tunnel. That could have been in the garden. What about the forest? Yeah, he was in tall stalks of food. And then over the bridge, that means he was on a long leaf. That could have been in the garden. What about down the slope? Very, very slippery. And then up an arch. That's cool. I think that might have been some of the digging supplies. Maybe that was the little digger your mom digs down in the ground. And then he was by the pretty flowers. We know that flowers can be in a garden. Then he was so tired, he fell asleep. A long day for little snail. That was a great book, wasn't it? But we found out where he was. He was in a garden the whole time, and he left a snail trail. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next Monday. Well, next week, one day, and read another book. And our art class this week is all about nature, and so it has some of the things in it that you see in this book, and all kinds of animals that live out in the forest, and all kinds of things that are nature. Most of all, you'll get to paint a snail this week, and you're going to make a nature wreath. So stay tuned, come back and see Miss Terry, and we'll see what's next in our adventure at the library. Thank you. Bye-bye.